Hi, I'm E16, and this is HOI4 by Blood Alone, where we are playing the German Reich with expert AI. And last episode we did start our invasion of France. This is a little bit hard to see, I think, if we toggle it here. No, let's just toggle all the enemy ones off. If we do it this way, we just get between allegiance. So you can have by countries or by allegiance. I think this makes it a little bit easy to see. You can see here that they have lots and lots of divisions. There's 12 divisions here and 4. So we're meeting a lot more resistance here. 8 up here, 8 up there. Then we were in Norway, of course, where we managed to take all the ports preemptively. And this is, of course, a feature of expert AI. Otherwise we would probably be, if it was vanilla, we would probably be into France already. We can see here that we are fielding 243 divisions, and the allies are fielding, the low ball count is 239, and the high ball count is about 600. The truth is usually somewhere in between, so right around 400 divisions. We haven't called Italy in, but they do want to join, so maybe we will let them. You can also see here our losses: 74,000 against Poland, 3,000 against Norway, 1,000 against Denmark, and another 30,000 against France and Belgium thus far. The British probably haven't done very much to us just yet. We have been able to make a substantial amount of losses to the British, though. The French, the same thing there. These are in all wars, so we could, of course, just switch it over to the German-British war here. It's probably... it's still the same, doesn't matter. And we do have we did move some units down to the border here. And I think we will call Italy in. Just, they do have some units up and around here, and they'll just help out. Don't think very much is going to happen down there on the southern front. We will let that be. This was about the time that the Italians did join the war anyway. So of course we can't see the air war just yet. In between the episodes here I did just add some factories and reorganize a little bit here. So there's a few more factories into all the airframes. I added 10 more factories to the BF-109s. We lost 2 factories from the scout planes and the transport planes. We have them stockpiled, so it's no big deal. That's from damaged factories getting repaired, I think. Or it's from acquiring new factories when countries capitulated to us. I also moved the old rifles down the bottom here, so if any factories get damaged, it impacts this production, and there are more important things are higher up in the list. Now we can probably do with importing some tungsten again here. I think it's about time for that. We could add another factory to... let's not do that now. We are running a little bit short of rubber. I did also add some radar here to the 3 radar stations that we have. Königsberg, Vorarlberg and Schleswig-Holstein. And try and upgrade them, and also upgrading this. There's a rail line going down here to Luxembourg. It was just level 2, so we're upgrading up to level 3. Should help the supply situation a little bit down here. And of course there's a fortress here in Sudan. There's also one here, I think. No, there's not one here. It's just an airbase there. And it's probably wise of them not to have any aircraft here, because it's doubtful that there's any supply there. We will, I think, make a small combined offensive in here. We'll see if we can't oust the French here. Well, not only French, but we can come through this route instead. Kind of bypass Sudan, since we seem to have gotten stuck on this fortress here. That's probably partially because of this supply problem, and partially because we don't have casks going into the northern France air region. Maybe we can move some of the close air support in there. They aren't going to have the range. These Dornier 17s, they are very close by. And we probably want to move things that we want to have going into the northern French air zone down here. Let's actually move to deselect 100 of them, and we'll move them over there. Just a slight rebase, they can still be in the Benelux region for now. So we'll have them a bit closer to the French when we need them there. Okay, we managed to take Liège. I see they are attacking up here on the northern front. I really don't like this attack. This is going to be costly in terms of casualties. But we are keeping the pressure up there, and looks like we are pushing through here. We will keep pushing on Namur here though. Seems like the sensible thing to do. What more do we have here? Okay, so we are not getting our oil from Romania anymore. Oh, Italy of course is sucking it all up because they got their air force and navy out moving. They need more fuel. We can import some from Iran. Not all of it. Let's grab 2 factories from Iran. Did we move this one down? No. We don't want to be wasting factories if we can help it, of course. This is mostly to lock them in place, but it does seem like we are doing okay there, so we will fully support that attack. I think these 3 divisions we will send forward. I also decided to change this one out to a field marshal order for Heeresgruppe A. Yeah, not very much is happening here. But we won't actually support these attacks because we don't want the Italians into France before us, right? But we will help secure them there. And this should also help to bind up the Royal Navy a little bit. This would be nice to get out of the way, as would this one. But I think we need to do a little bit on our naval technologies here. So we are in need of new capital ships. We could go for the 1940s cruisers and recreate the B-class. That's 66 days to research it. But we don't really have any better guns here, so we would need to have these 100 days to get these unlocked. Would like to get those out too. I think we're probably going to go with the H-class battleships. Could also go for another round of carriers. But we can do that on the same 1936 hull, I think. So let's go for the 1940s heavy ship hull. I think this will give us a new engine to speed them up a bit. And these should hopefully be online by the... it'll take us about 2 years to actually get these into the water. So we got 118 days. We're finishing the improved dual-purpose batteries and the radar. So those will both be helpful. And the computing machine, which will lead to the new fire control. And then I'm hoping we might be able to pick up the armor as well. I should be able to get enough Navy experience by then. And then we can design and build 2 more battleships. And we will refit some of the vessels that we've already got in the water shortly as well, as soon as we got the radar and maybe the fire control for the heavier ships. Okay, so Cuba has embargoed us. Alright, what happened here? They're both moving up this direction. They've gotten tangled. Oh, we've got all of our tanks in the same area here, it looks like. Yes. That handle goes there, and that should be this one. No. There we go. It looks like they've left through on Sedan. Now we've got another fortress across here in Champagne. So I think what we want to do is select these and try to cross here with enough infantry support, of course. And we've got Manstein. Oh, that was Manstein. And we've got Guderian down here. We will try to attack Sedan again. We have enough organization to make another attempt, I think. And let's make sure that the infantry is supporting this attack. See if we can't knock them out when there's only 3 divisions there. We might want actually to split a few of these off and feign an attack into this region as well. Just to bind troops up, of course. And that looks better. If we can break through fast enough there. We obviously don't have the air support in these regions. Up here we do. We should have quite good air support actually. It doesn't look like it. I think they've got enemy air superiority, yeah. We're having a tough time with... I actually don't have that many fighters. Oh, it's in the middle of the night, so our aircraft aren't flying. If we wait until day, we've got a good air superiority. And that's because we've got our fighters only flying daytime. It's not a big point in having them flying nighttime at the moment. Oh, we're only attacking with infantry divisions here. That could also be why it's so slow. Let's open up another angle of attack there. We are on the gates of Brussels. Now, Antwerpen would be nice to take, as would Redaby. Let's see if we can do something here with Roma. Okay, accidentally removed their order as well. We spread, concentrate Roma's forces there, and we will see if we can't make a cut straight through like that. And I think we might want to move up Manteuffel as well. We don't have the supply up here. It does look like we have the supply up here now. That means the railroad is complete. So maybe we can... Yeah, we're still a bit oversaturated there. But if we want to upgrade it even more, we'll have to upgrade the entire route back to Berlin. That's a little bit too much. But we'll move Manteuffel. We should be able to... What's that? That's a level 2 fort, but that's on a land connection. Might actually be able to go in that route. Metz is where the French ports end here. Let's move up and see if we can't pull in that direction. Let's see what happens. Let's have a quick check down here. Looks like they had that one province before as well. We just need to keep an eye out for naval invasions, of course. And especially here. Oh, they're taking Corsica. That's at least something they're doing. And it looks like they are guarding their ports. Hopefully they have enough. And they've expanded out here in Africa as well. And that's good. Well, come back here to the Low Countries and see where we are at. Yes, we have managed to advance up here. Let's make sure that we keep up the pressure. And this line we want to cross the river here. And we've got the planes coming up here. So Manstein will... Oh, we're heading this direction, right? Try to cut off as much as possible through the plains, of course. We might want to have a few of these divisions ready to plug the hole. So let's move a few of them just up here. So we can quickly redeploy them inwards. Have we been able... Yeah, it looks like we are taking Sedan here. And we can attack straight in. No, we want to go there. Okay, so we aren't really in position there yet. I would like to cross into here, but that's better off going from the north for that. And we're breaking through here, no problem whatsoever. Now they are trying to reinforce with this motorized division. probably wouldn't be that hard to defeat them, but let's pin them down here with a couple of infantry divisions. These three can start moving into this province. Let's reinforce here and see if we can't even up the odds a little bit. Give them a few more targets to shoot at. Okay, so France has broken our ciphers. Well, we don't have very much in the way of ciphers, of course, yet. Okay, we are in position here. Let's move out in this direction. Major naval combat. Western approaches. No, these are all convoy raiding events. And here we are doing some really bad for the supply, which of course is expected. We are moving inwards. I think the next supply hub, it's all the way down in Reims. We would really need to take Brussels here, so we might need to divert the SS into that. They should be decent enough at besieging a city. Oh, we've got something going on here in Romania. Legionary Romania cedes Bessarabia to the Soviet Union. Legionary Romania has been forced to give in to an ultimatum from the Soviet Union. The territories of Bessarabia have been passed to Soviet control, and the Romanian state is left with its borders diminished. It remains to be seen how Legionary Romania will avoid further losses. Oh, Legionary Romania is in an unfortunate position. And this of course doesn't affect us very much, except that the Romanians will soon be on our side. And this we should be through here. Yeah, we need to get these SS divisions. We'll line them up here on the borders of Brussels. We really want to take this for the supply, of course. It looks like they have, the French have started to probably want to fly some air superiority in France too then. Let's grab these. I'll put them all over here. Let's, with 200 BF-109s and 200 Junkers 87s. Rommel is in position. Breda is an urban area, of course. Maybe be better off actually trying to cut into. No, Rotterdam is also. Yeah, well, we just have to attack into the city with tanks too. I think now is a good point. We've only got 6 divisions there. Let's make sure that we try to push a little bit where we can. Don't really want to push into Arnhem. That's a Utrecht. That's a fortress. Actually, it's not that bad, but we'll push into the north here and we'll have it surrounded on more sides. Make sure we're pushing up all the way here. Let's push into Antwerp. I think that's that's just plains. That would maybe be actually. Let's revise this plan. Let's stop the attack on Breda. This, of course, is where Rommel should have been. That's Montoffel. So we're gonna move Rommel down here instead. And I'd rather not have to do that crossing. There we go. So that is the new vector. Let's move the armor divisions up this direction. And I think we've still got the air supply going here. Let's just check a little bit quickly how we're doing here. We're actually doing okay for losses. They've also got accidents losses on top of this, of course. It's about 10% it looks like, and they probably have the same, so they've probably lost 15 fighters to accidents. On top of these 149. We are losing a lot of bombers though. But we are also flying all of our old bombers. I do think, however, we have a shortage of fighters. Oh, we've actually got, this means that all of our BF 109 squadrons should be at full strength, since we've got a few of them in the stockpile. And we've got our good bombers in stockpile. Now we're doing for heavy fighters. The Junkers 88 show up here, of course. Have we finished converting those? We have finished converting the Ju-88s. Let's make sure that we convert the BF-110s as well. This means we want to decommission the A and the B model. We are producing the C model. And we should have 46 at least. That'll alleviate a little bit. Now maybe we can switch on conversion here again. But it's not going to make that big of a difference. We don't have enough of a stockpile really to keep it going. They don't have... Soviet Union claims Bessarabia. After massing forces along the Romanian border, the Soviet Union has issued an ultimatum to the government of Bucharest for the immediate transfer of Bessarabia to their control. The region once belonged to the Russian Empire, which the Soviet Union sees as sufficient legal basis for the demands. Romania has declared that it has no choice but to accede, and its forces have been withdrawn from Bessarabia. Enjoy this temporary victory, Moscow. I was about to say something, but I lost my train of thought there. Okay, let's attack Brussels. This is actually looking okay. These are powerful divisions, of course. We've got a lot of artillery going in these divisions. But they have a lot of... they do have broken ciphers and an intel advantage here. Fortress enemy air superiority. That air superiority is should be diminishing their attack somewhere here. Maybe it's just it gives us a bonus. No, we can't really see it. Alright then. Now they're reducing the penalty there. Alright. And Japan proposes a tripartite pact. Japan has sent out feelers to ascertain our interests in a three powers pact between ourselves, the Japanese, and the Italians. The Japanese argue that it is imperative that we support each other in light of increasingly hostile global opinion directed against our efforts. And now this is an excellent idea. We shall sign the pact. Of course we want their help. We've already taken their help a little bit in designing new carriers. And Italy also signs the tripartite pact. The Italian government has agreed to sign the proposed tripartite pact, pledging to stand by our side in the event of war. That's a little bit late, maybe. This mostly benefits Japan at this point. And we really need to be able to push into here as well. And this supply situation is not very good at all. We are of course moving into a new state. This is the first in the new state. I don't have anything in here, and I don't have very much in here either. And the closest supply hubs is here in Luxembourg and in Köln. We really need to take Brussels here. And the question is if we maybe need to move some of our forces out from here. So if we might need to just back off Dietrich to be able to allow a little bit more supply to get through. We don't really have the supply range here, I think. And we just have way too much going on. I've also got Rotterdam there, and taking Antwerp would help. And we're in the middle of the night. That might be why they are red. So let's wait until morning before we make any decisions. Did it make that much of a difference? Let's see if we can't attack Antwerpen from a different direction. Don't really know what we are attacking with there at the moment. Oh, we're just attacking with 3 infantry divisions. Okay, so let's split that off now. These 3 are attacking. Oh yeah, we were just binding some troops up there. Let's try and make a more concentrated effort with these divisions. Let's actually only take the tank divisions first. We want to have these. And yeah, if we can, we want to move to the coast. And we do want to join in with these. And these 4 or 3 of these divisions were committed here before. Let's use at least one of them to just widen up the front a bit. Let's see if we can't attack Breda as well. It would be nice if the Italian division here would help out. Okay, it looks like we might be able to get through here. Of course, I have a lot of divisions because they're moving up and down here. And we should be able to knock this out. We support with some more powerful divisions. Let's support with the motorized from here as well. Now we can't even see the lines in here for the armor divisions. Yeah, there we go. And we'll, if we manage to take it here, we'll have Brussels surrounded on more sides. Diverting 2 divisions up to attack here to keep them from reinforcing. It looks like they are trying to reinforce from Brussels. We will redivert our efforts again. These aren't looking very good, these combats. Maybe we need to move our close air support back again. Okay, Italy's got some fighters there. Let's move the close air support back. And let's also move the fighters back, I think. Not sure we want to have these there. This attack here isn't really going our way, so let's halt it. And we will fix up these lines. They are in supply there, so they can hang around. It looks like we have more supply on this side of the front here. I would really like to be able to take Charleroi. We should be able to wear them down there. Let's send the SS divisions in there as well. Let's see if we can't do that then. Just to try and hold them off while this battle is raging. Send our fast divisions in. Looks like we have managed to brute force our way into there. This gives us a little bit more space to maneuver around here. But we want to make sure that we want to keep that one there. This handle to there. These could be a little bit smaller. It's not like they're hard to grab. If they were half the size or a third of the size. Yeah, and this. Now we're in decent supply down here at least. Okay, so we finished the anti-air upgrade. We want to keep going down for the next level, so we get these for the ships. We also get an improved automatic cannon for the Panzer II. And that's for motorized anti-air. Or self-propelled anti-air. So we'll go with the 2 centimeter, 20 millimeter flak barreling. And that should be fine. We do have 3 dockyards though. And that is because the Bismarck has been launched. So I think we will... don't really think it's worth to redesign this one just yet. Or we could put down another and parallel out another Munich class. They are fairly cheap. Or we could actually put... No, we don't want to refit anything until we've got everyone going there. Let's put on some more destroyers, just as a temporary thing. And have them go into the high sea fleet. You can never have too many destroyers. Probably is a limit to how many you can squeeze in. Okay, let's have them spread out and see if we can't move some of these tanks out from here. I want to go... No, okay, they are defending, so we'll just set them there. And Sep can go up, because we're just missing some, mostly lights out propelled artillery. And that's because we've got 2 units of artillery now. Of course, we've got loads and loads and loads of these Panzer ones to convert. In reality, they didn't really convert very many of the Bisons. But it's a good use for the extra tanks that we do have that we don't really want in combat. Pulling these back should alleviate the supply situation just a little bit. It might be possible to squeeze in there. They don't have very much. They've got thin lines here in France. Let's use that to our advantage. And the same thing here. Let's see if we can't push through here. We might want to move these out from here as well. But now we are surrounding Brussels on 3 sides. Let's see if we can't make more of an effort this time. Let's send our ordinary divisions in as support. And the same thing here. Let's make sure that we are attacking Antwerpen and sending some support in, just to bind up their forces from reinforcing from the north. Alright, so we finished the tactical area for it. Victory will be achieved by annihilating the enemy's ground forces. We must focus on supporting our own armies with tactical strikes against close and deep targets. And this gives us a battlefield support doctrine reduction just in time, because we're about to max out there, and a research bonus for medium aircraft. Now we are going to go straight down to naval effort. Gives us a light and a heavy aircraft research bonus. I think in pure vanilla it gives 2 light aircraft research bonuses. We do have a lot of artillery stockpile, which of course is good. How are we doing for our other supplies? We are running low on infantry equipment. We might want to add a few factories to that. And naval bombers we have, and strategic bombers have been doing bad all the time. Did we manage to get more? No, we haven't gotten the ones into fighters just yet. I do think we want to increase fighter production before we increase the MP38s. Let's pop these down. Let's just put them down by the 98Ks. And we will eventually filter down. We of course needed to build these radar stations before. So now we have coverage of most of everything. We do want to have another radar station, but I'd prefer it in Pas-de-Calais or Randers. But we can't build there just yet. Just so we have some coverage over the Channel and southern England later on. Maybe it would be even worth to have it further down west here. Rhineland, might want to increase the factory count there. And we've saved a few spots for. We're going to be needing more rubber refineries soon. We'll take that when we get to it. Brussels is turning again. Wonder if they have... Oh, they don't have a lot of air superiority. It's just the supply that's hurting us so bad. That should be better. We might want to move. We didn't manage to actually get out from here. Let's just temporarily move our Manstein out as well. Yeah, let's have them strategically redeploy out of there, so that all the supply that gets in here actually gets to the units that we need, which would be the units attacking Brussels. Well, just to keep the pressure up here, we'll cycle these SS units in. Alright, so we unlock the centimetric radar. We'll upgrade our radar stations once again. We are waiting for the bomb sites here as well. And then we can start to use these things. We also have loads of political power. And what do we have? We also unlocked the new medium airframes. We can probably wait just a little bit with those though. And we've done it mostly as a prerequisite. So let's go in here. We're doing okay on manpower. So let's go and select theorist. And of course we want to have Werner von Braun. Who else would we have? And with von Braun in here, we do get an additional 15% for the Nebula warfares here. It's 157 days. And that is one that we want to get out of the way. And it also helps us a little bit here. We'll go with the rocket artillery first, or the rocket rails for aircraft. This is what we're really after. Doesn't have any stats here at all. We have the close air support and logistics ground attack without an agility penalty. So that's going to be important. And this was something that the Germans were using a decent amount. Okay, so let's see if we can get these in there again. And let's actually activate motorized supplies here for the SS divisions as well. That didn't seem to help that much. Oh, Rommel doesn't have them as either. See if we wait and we let them build up a little bit of preparation bonus. We might do a little bit better. And we did manage to get down here. We probably want to concentrate our forces on Metz here. So we'll attack with infantry. Now Metz is part of the fort line here. And there's a Italian division attacking here, I guess. No, it's one of ours. It does seem like we are getting through there. Maybe we can take Reims. That would be a nice way to widen the front here as well. We'll push in here. It doesn't look like we are doing much against Metz there. Let's see if we can't attack with our armed forces. See if it makes a difference once they reinforce in. Loading for the plan preparation here. They are maxed out. Let's make another concentrated assault. We'll take Antwerpen at the same time. And let's attack Breda again. And Rotterdam. Up north here it looks like we've had a little bit more success. Let's push into Utrecht. And let's make a final push up here as well. See if we can't oust them out from there. You can see the supply here is absolutely terrible. It's just too far away from our supply hubs. Let's see if we can't pull some of the... We might need to split this line up. Let's try this. Let's pull this army down that way. And then we have a few divisions that should still be assigned up here. And we will make a second Field Marshal group there. And this should make all the auxiliary divisions leave from here. And that might free up enough supply up here. Otherwise we'll probably have to wait for rains and come down a little bit further south. Yeah, Metz doesn't look like it's gonna fall. We can cross here, I think. This attack looks like it's doing very good. Let's just make sure that they don't reinforce. And we should be over in no time here. There we go. So then we can stop this attack. They can attack us and we're defending. That's what the motorized forces are for. And now this looks like we have a lot better supply situation. Let's let them leave a little bit here. Oh, they're just chucking through loads of units. Okay, so we finished the dual purpose guns. Let's launch that attack and go in and select the next technology that we need here. We are almost at the correct level of naval experience. And what more do we're already working on the other things that we need there. How are we doing for research? Do we have, yeah, we've got the improved computing machine coming in just a little bit. Torpedo launchers, no. Let's just hold off on that. We will save these research days until we get the next one there and see if we can't get any more. How are we doing for naval combats up here? Looks like they are leaving us alone up here, which of course is good because that means we are saving fuel. And here we got the Bismarck as well. Oh, and Graf Spee is down repairing again. I must have had another run-in with a sunken destroyer. Yeah, it's had another run-in with the Royal Navy. What do we have going on here? We've got a few more submarines here. Let's split these off, I think, to use a new submarine task force. Move it up here, set it to convoy raid. And we'll move this one up here. And this one should be reinforcing for the long range types. And the same thing there to convoy raiding. I think this last one here needs to have the wolf pack assigned as well. We're just using 3 submarines in each pack at the moment. We have a few in reserve. And we've got the EC fleet down here in reserve as well. No point in having it anywhere else at the moment. Yeah, so this attack, it's looking better but not good. Let's see if we can move up in this direction. I don't think this is going to help us anything, but let's try. Yeah, they've just got so many divisions in here, reinforced. I think we do want to try and widen up the gap. And we don't have any supply here either, because this is again a completely new supply region. Let's see if we can push with the infantry. Nothing else, we should be able to take out this tile. And they don't seem to be very keen on attacking us here though. And this tile would be so easy for them to retake at the moment. We've got absolutely no organization there. Alright, so we want to get the advanced fire control computer. That's 74 days. And we still don't have enough Navy experience. We will wait a little bit longer there. I've got enough. We'll probably select some high command here. Logistics would be a good one right now, I think. So let's pick Werner von Fritsch. I would like to have Rommel in as well, but I think this division attrition is gonna help us more. We are way behind schedule here already. Let's see if we can't get some heavy units in there as well. If we can take Reims here, we can. And this province has the railroad running through it as well. So these two should help out alleviate this situation. And then we should be able to take Brussels and continue on. Okay, so this looks good. Let's make sure that we reinforce this as much as possible. There we go. And let's keep going into the plains here. Now, this is going to take some time before it is hooked up, of course. It's so hard to see where they are. I got one there and the other one. And there somewhere. I don't really know who ended up where there, but that's where we're at the moment. This is going to take us 10 days to hook up, 7 more days there, and it's probably not the best railway line, so we'll see what level it is when it actually finishes off. It's a level 2 connection, and this is also a level 2 connection. We could make a level 3 connection in between here instead. That's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. If we were to, and we got a railroad running up this direction. We really don't want to funnel everything through Luxembourg. We've also got this level 1 railroad going into Brussels. Yeah, let's hold off a little bit there. While we're in there, we probably want to upgrade our radar stations again. And we'll take this one while we're at it, so we don't forget. That sounded like a naval invasion. Or it's just a naval combat going on somewhere. Do we have anything big going there? Western approaches, Siberia and Cape Verde, that's only convoy battles. Sweden wants neutrality? I don't think so. We're missing a little bit. Yes, we don't care about that. Oh yeah, we totally forgot about this. We want to get the combat units to destruction. And I think we will just keep on going down here. Got a lot of... Let's grab air superiority. I think that will help us out. And let's grab ground combat integration for the ground support. We can hold off a little bit on this since we aren't doing tactical bomber strategic missions. And interception detection. Yeah, these are going to be more useful later on. Let's save those other ones for now. We can probably run down with the land doctrine as well. This will enable the breakthrough. That's a really good tactic. Might help us out here. And now that Reims is hooked up, our supply situation here at least is cleared out quite a lot. Let's make sure that we do move in to this direction. Let's see if we can't pick up this tile as well. And they are heavily defending Brussels. It does look like moving some troops out from here did help. That's 10 units in Antwerpen. Yeah, that's the British are here. Let's forget about the Low Countries for now. We're not going to get through those big walls. Want to really take Brussels, but we do have a good stronghold here in Reims to keep on going towards Dieppe. And then we'll push them into the sea afterwards. But I think that's going to have to be for the next episode. So we've been going on for quite some time again. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.